Hello everybody, my name is Joshua.
And my name is Paige.
And we would like to welcome you back to an episode of Coffee, Cats, and King, where we will discuss books both new and old, share with you pictures of our cats, they'll make you wish they were your cats, and drinking of coffee for me, her, and everybody watching.
Yeah. Although technically right now you have ice cream instead of coffee.
Well, I'll have some coffee after my ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Got it.
So today we are back for the second Sunday Scaries.
Yes.
Last week was a lot of fun. It is noted that these videos are basically a week behind. So it is more to say that if you do make suggestions, know that I am seeing them. I will respond to them in the comments, but you might not necessarily see these things come about right away, because by that time filming is probably already done for the week before. Mm-hmm. We do have the boys here with us. Havoc is here. He's all ready for the movie.
Yay!
Yes, ice cream is here. Chaos is way over on the other side of the room. Let's see.
I'm right here.
He will slowly make his way over here to join us.
Hey guys. Hello.
Hey buddy. And as I said, second of the Sunday Scaries. So last week I did not go with the classic because I wanted to ease Paige in with a movie that was not quite as scary. This week I'm going with what most people would consider a classic of the genre, and one that, while it has a somewhat silly premise, I think it will in fact scare Paige. This week we will be watching Child's Play. Child's Play is Child's Play is what introduced the world to Chucky and the good guys. So
The good guys?
yes,
I don't know who they are.
right. Well, Chucky is one of the good guys.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, you'll see when we'll watch the movie. I feel like a synopsis is not really necessary here.
It's a creepy doll.
We'll keep it simple. A single mother who is trying way too hard to make it work for her and her kid gets the opportunity to buy this doll for her boy. There's no way she can afford a normal one, and they are all sold out everywhere anyway because it's the hottest toy on the market. It's like when
the Elmo thing.
like when Tickle Me Elmo came out, kind of deal. Yes, but she buys one from a guy in an alley, and this happens to be a very special doll, and you kind of see why before she gets the doll, and that's really all you need to know. So,
okay.
Initial thoughts before we get into it?
I'm scared. I'm being scared.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think this one is going to scare you.
I don't know, like,
maybe because we are now in a time period where something like a fairly intelligent talking toy really isn't that far off from what we could have. And of course with that comes, all the creepy things that robots and dolls tend to do.
I could see that.
So, I don't know. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
Thankfully we were watching this where I don't have work the next day.
Yeah,
So
this is Labor Day
scenario,
weekend, so
I will just stay up and binge watch lighthearted things afterwards if I need to, so that I can sleep.
it's Love Island. You can be honest with me. It's Love Island.
I'm obsessed with Love Island, so that'll probably be what I watch after this to cleanse,
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It's actually pretty late.
For us.
Yeah, it's a lot later than we would normally start this. Normally, we've done it one time. Whatever. It's later than it was last time, and I was pretty tired by the end last time, so we need to get this thing started or else I'm going to end up falling asleep, and then Paige is on her own, and that's not good for anybody.
Don't do that to me!
So, let's get into Child's Play, and we will talk to you here soon to see Paige's thoughts.
Pray for me. Going right into it, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so we just finished Child's Play. I mean, didn't turn the TV off 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, he's not giving me any time to process.
So, do you really need time to process?
Yes.
It's a pretty simple movie.
But there are more movies.
Yes, there are more movies.
So how do they not actually?
Well, and I don't spoil anything for the folks that haven't watched it.
I have questions.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet you do.
Are you gonna tell me what the other movies are about?
I suppose after this I could, if you decide that you don't want to immediately jump in and watch all the others because you're obsessed now.
I wouldn't say I'm not obsessed,
Uh-huh.
but I'm pleased with that ending.
Okay.
So that would be why I wouldn't want to continue.
You don't want to continue because if you are pleased with that ending, you will not be pleased with the beginning of the next movie and how they continue it on from there.
Will you tell me after we're done filming?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
So, what'd you think?
It wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't realize that it was, and this is not a spoiler because it happens right at the beginning and it's in the description of the movie, that Chucky is
I probably just scared a bear off. It's fine. Go ahead.
so it's actually a gun and not fireworks.
No, it's fireworks. Just giving me a hard time.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You swear?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Why does something like this always happen? Okay, I was fine. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, so the doll becomes Chucky because there's a serial killer who, as he's dying, he uses the power of voodoo to put his soul into the doll. So Chucky is a serial killer who is using this doll to stay alive, to enact his plan or whatever. So I like that aspect a lot.
Because it made it less realistic
Yes.
and so less scary for you.
Yeah, that was part of it. Because, like, what are the odds of that actually happening in real life?
Pretty slim, I imagine.
Yeah.
But because that's not really how voodoo works.
Exactly. So that made me feel better. But I also think it was, because then it became like a serial killer movie. And that's usually my realm that I can stick with, because I like used to watch Criminal Minds. You know, I like that kind of movie. So I feel like that put it back in my safe zone where I wasn't scared.
Okay.
I mean, they just felt terrible about the kid for having to deal with this doll, because Andy and his mom, like, they're just doing their best, you know?
Right.
Like, I felt so bad for them that they had to put up with all of this.
Yeah, yeah.
The detective, he's a piece of crap.
Well,
He's useless.
well.
But the mom is my hero. She's pretty cool.
Gotcha. What is your rating?
You're gonna be really surprised. What do you think my rating is gonna be?
I don't know. What is your rating?
I actually really liked it.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Wow.
It's a 5.
Wow. Now keep in mind that Paige has watched like 4 horror movies before this. But
yeah, I really liked it. I was really invested. It wasn't like overly scary or gory, like just for the shock value. Like, I feel like everything was intentional. Like, obviously there were like little things here or there where I'm just like, okay, like.
Right. I told you there are definitely silly aspects of these movies.
Yeah, but I kind of liked that. I don't know. So like, I wouldn't change anything about it.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
maybe
like
I shouldn't tell you about the other movies. You might want to watch them.
But then I feel like it's gonna ruin it. Like I said, I like the way it ended.
So you might want to leave it.
So I might want to
as
leave it
is.
the way it is.
Okay.
I'm just so
sorry. Tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's late and we're old.
Yeah. I really liked it.
That's awesome. Okay.
I was in shock the whole time.
You got into it, alright.
Yeah, I really did. I was invested. Like when stuff was happening in that final scene and I was like, you know, like
Yeah, she did a lot of that, yeah.
I was screaming at the TV. I was like, no!
Yeah. Yeah, anytime it looked like something might even remotely happen to Andy, she starts yelling, no! 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 Yeah. So.
Poor Andy.
Well,
Havoc.
that's awesome. Well,
Havoc,
yeah.
what did you think? What did you think of the movie? He's like, I just want to go to sleep, and y'all are being loud.
And then chaos.
Oh, he's buried in blankets.
Let's see. Go slow zoom in on him.
He's buried in blankies. You can barely even see him.
I got him.
There he is. How are you gonna top that?
I didn't realize you were gonna enjoy it so much.
I did not think I was gonna like it.
Okay.
I think that could be part of it too. Like, I had very low expectations. So I think that automatically made me more impressed.
Because obviously you knew about Chucky, but you didn't know anything to do with the story.
No,
of,
I had no idea.
So.
Like I said, the only thing I could compare it to was the old Goosebumps story. And
Not a living dummy.
Yeah. I read the book when I was younger. But
Well,
I couldn't...
obviously that was his inspiration, you know.
But yeah, I couldn't watch the show. Because the doll just like freaked me out too much.
Right, yeah. So,
yeah, I did not think I was gonna like it.
well, this was your first kind of classic, if you will, or, you know, staple horror. This is one that, you know, as a horror fan, you have to watch it, you know. Aside from the fact that, you know, Chucky became a cultural icon. I always loved that, you know, it's not just them moving a puppet on a string, you know.
Yeah, the effects were very
This thing comes
interesting.
after you.
Yeah.
I think there was a man and a woman that played the part of Chucky. In the spots that you see him running around, and where it's very clearly, you know, an individual. But I always thought it was really cool with that, and then, you know, just again the effects of, you know, him, you know, all melted up and coming after him and everything.
Yeah,
and
like the way they did like his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The facial expressions they get into is really cool stuff. Just a quick little addition. Something I learned that I did not know previously is that in the Chucky movies, starting in the first, the woman who played the mother, Catherine Hicks, she was married to Kevin Yeager, who is the man that controlled the animatronic Chucky doll in the parts where it was, you know, an animatronic robot. So, just another fun little fact there. And I didn't expect you to enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
So,
yeah.
Okay. But this is good. This means that there is hope.
Yes.
There is hope for Paige in horror.
I guess he's gonna convert me.
I just might.
He just might.
Okay, well. Is there anything else that you would like to say about the film?
No.
No?
I'm just waiting for you to tell me what the other movies are
anything you would like to say to people who have not watched it to potentially convince them to watch it?
Like I said, like the pacing of it is really good, and you definitely are like invested the entire time. Because I think usually in like the cheesy horror movies, the main characters that, you know, it's always like, oh, the most annoying character dies first, or you know what I mean, like that kind of precedent, I would say. Or it's like annoying teenagers that, you know, are the victims in horror movies or whatever. But in this movie, the two main characters, you love them. So you really are like rooting for them to survive, and like you're, you know, fighting the villain the whole time in your head. So I love that aspect. And like I said, if you like serial killer type things, I think that alone steps it up compared to other like horror movies that would be in the same vein.
So I guess that's part of it too. Some horror movies of that time, they started going for the, if not the sympathetic villain, then at least the villain that, you know, people kind of rooted for and liked. You know, after the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, they slowly started turning Freddy into, you know, the funny guy. He's always cracking jokes. He's you know, they were trying to bring the viewers to his side almost. And now, obviously, people love Chucky, and, you know, and eventually they kind of did that with him as well. But in this first movie, there's no redeeming qualities. There's nothing good about the man.
No.
You can't even, you know, they could have played it as, you know, he hides it from the kid. And he's just going after the people that, you know, that he thinks did him wrong, or, you know, whatever. But no, I mean, he's, you know, he's very clearly ready to kill this child and doesn't care whatsoever. So I think that helps too, in that the characters you're rooting for are so likable, and so relatable for a lot of people. Just a single mom and, you know, young child, and then the villain. Well, it's even worse because you already know he's a serial killer, and of all people, he's the one that gets a second chance, you know?
Yeah.
So it makes it very easy to hate him right from the start.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this to go as well as it did.
I didn't either.
But I guess this was another successful Sunday Scaries.
5 out of 5.
Wow. 5 out of 5. Man. You know, I'm a little concerned. There was another movie that I was going to pick for tonight that I don't anticipate you liking, and I kind of wish I would have got that out of the way now. But that's okay. That's all right. We need to go on and call it a wrap. It is very late. I'm very tired.
Yes.
And you still need to watch some Love Island so you can unwind for the evening. So while the boys and I doze off on the couch, Paige will be...
I'm gonna get you your coffee. While you drink it all.
Well... So there's a little sip down in there, so we're going to finish that off. And then I'm going to go to bed.
Good night, guys.
Thank you, as always, for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed this. As I said before, put your suggestions down below. We are a week behind on this, so don't feel like you know, we're not listening to you if I don't take your pick right away. Yeah, exactly. So, thank you all for joining us. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, whatever it may be. And most importantly, drink great coffee, hopefully more than I'm about to now. Cheers.